Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farhana Izzati binti Muhammad Nur Silmi, and I will be present for 4th Kuala Lumpur International Conference on Social Science, Education and Engineering 2023. So the topic of the presentation is Local Government on the Move, a quantitative report on how career development can improve employee performance. So this study has been conducted by myself, Farhana Izzati, and also Aida Abdullah. This is my presentation outline. We'll start from background of study and we'll end with discussion and conclusion. As our background of study, we define employee performance as a degree of accomplishment shown by their competencies, ability to meet deadlines, and execution of their duties, or as their capacity to carry out their duties effectively and efficiently. This is based on Iqbal, Anwar, and Haider in 2015. But when it comes to customer service and task completion, subpar performance can have a detrimental effects on attitudes, work efficiency, productivity, and customer satisfaction. Hence, to enhance performance, employees demand for career development, which is to allow them to empower their skills, abilities, personality, and interest. But organization might lose their employees if there is insufficiency of program related to career development. Hence, past study identified that career development, such as training and development, performance management, and career opportunities, play crucial roles in managing employee performance. In our problem statement, according to report by Public Complaint Bureau, QPAX, and also National Audit, it revealed that there are unethical behavior, resource mismanagement, improper conduct by municipal employees, and etc. Besides, based on Savanadan 2016 and Will 2017, they mentioned that performance and reputation of public sector has been suffered due to employee underperformance. For example, in city council, they have broad responsibility, such as to ensure delivering good services in health, safety, and etc. to the public. But if they underperform, it will cause the public to be unhappy. And apart from that, in organization, meanwhile, employees who burn out will perform poorly. So it is important for organization to have career development because it will close the gap to and also reduce possibility of employees to leave organization, because in past study, 35% of Malaysian employees leave the organization to look for new career opportunities. And apart from that, there is also company or organization saying that training as their investment, but it's supposed to be in their annual cost budget. Because training and development is important because it is also important to improve skills and abilities of the employees. If there is no training and development, the existing skills, knowledge, and abilities may become no longer relevant in current context of the organizational growth if there is absence of training and development. Then we have our research objective, which we have total of 5 research objectives, which is to examine the level of employee performance and also to examine to determine the relationship between performance management, training and development, and also career opportunities with our employees' job performance. And last but not least, the 5th research objective is to examine the dominant factor in career development to the employee performance. Here is our gap of study. Based on the past research were more focused on private sector and rarely focusing on public sector. And also, there is light research done in Malaysia because most of it has been done in overseas, such as in Nigeria and also Kenya. Apart from that, previous research also more focused on influence of performance appraisal, training, and development to employee performance, but not career development holistically. Besides, lack of research also conducted on career development in local government. Hence, this research will investigate the relationship between career development and employee performance in Malaysian public sector. Next is our conceptual framework. We have total of 3 independent variables and to examine the relationship with our dependent variable. The independent variables we have 3, which is training and development, performance management, and career opportunities. And we want to see and examine the relationship between these 3 independent variables with our dependent variable, which is employee performance. Here is our hypothesis statement. There are a total of 6, but we will more emphasize on the 3 hypothesis statement, which is to investigate either there is significant relationship between training and development, performance management, as well as career opportunities with employee performance. Here we already move to our research and methodology. Our research methodology is based on quantitative method, and we have distributed our questionnaire, which is the data collection method, to our respondents, which we have total of 169 respondents, and collected from employees of MBS, which is Majelis Bandaraya Seremban. We will analyze our data using descriptive and also multiple regression analysis. This is our research instrument, which is a total of items included in our questionnaires. So there are total of 38 research instrument, which is the total of 38 items, which adopted from the sources from the past study on training and development, performance management, career opportunities, and also employee performance. Here we move to our research findings. We have total of 169 respondents, and out of 169 respondents, there are 85 of the respondent is female, which contributed 50.3%, and most of them, most of the respondent is above 40 years old, contributed 25.4% with 43 respondents, and the most respondent contributed for this study is from Group B, which is support Group B, with 67.5%, and 49 respondent, which is 49 respondent are less than 5 years of employment, which is most of them is based on contractual basis. And 63 respondent, which is 37.3% from of the respondent have SPM and also equivalent level of education. Next, we move on to our goodness of measure. We have tested for normality analysis, reliability analysis, as well as validity analysis. So for our normality analysis, based on Cook's 2013, the data consider normally distributed if the skewness and kurtosis between -1 and 1. So based off our findings, all of our independent variables and dependent variables considered as normally distributed because the value fall between -1 and 1. So for our reliability analysis, according to George and Mallory in 2003, the data considered as reliable, high reliability, and excellent reliability if the Cronbach alpha value is more than 0.80. Nearest to 1 is excellent. So based on the findings, we have found that all of our variables have high reliability because the value is more than 0.80. Employee performance shows excellent reliability with 0.906. And for our validity analysis, according to Klein 2011, he mentioned that correlation coefficient value less than 0.85 will indicate high invalidity. So based on our findings, it has been concluded that all of variables is valid because the correlation coefficient value is less than 0.85. Here we go to our research objective number 1, which is to identify the level of employees' performance. So originally, we have total of 5 indicators from strongly disagree to strongly agree, but it has been concluded into and converted into 3 indicators from low to high. So the result shows mean value of 4.18, which indicate high in performance perceived by employees. Hence, our research objective number 1 answered by showing that there are high level of performance of employees in Majelis Bandaraya Seremban. Next, we move to our findings of research objective number 2, which is to examine the relationship between training and development with employee performance. So as the T value of training and development is 5.234, so it concluded HA1 is accepted, which is there is showing positive relationship between training and development with employee performance, and is supported by our past research by Ibrahim et al. 2017, Yunus et al. 2018, and etc. that found that there is strong relationship between trainings and employee performance. As we move on to our findings of research objective number 3, we examine the relationship between performance management and employees' job performance. As the t-value is 4.984, it answered our HA2 and also accepted the HA2 by showing a positive and significant relationship between performance management and employee performance. This result is supported by Ramani 2018, which stated promotion, performance evaluation, as well as compensation practice as the element in performance management in managing and also have positive relationship with employee performance. Next, we go to our findings of RO4, which is to examine the relationship between career opportunities and employees' job performance. As the t-value is 2.258, we have concluded and it is considered as HA3 is accepted because there is significant and positive relationship between career opportunities with employee performance, and this results in line with past study by Mullins, Dialog, and Nekichi and Smith et al. Because they found career opportunities has strong relationship with employee performance. Last but not least, we go to our final research objective, which is to examine the dominant factor that can influence career development on employee performance. Based on the table and based on the results finding, we have concluded that training and development have the highest t-value. So apart from that, it has been concluded that all three variables have caused 57.1 variance in employee performance. Therefore, since training and development has the highest t-value with 5.234, it concluded that training and development is the most dominant factor contributed to employee performance. We go to our limitation of study. We have several limitations of study. First, we go to accessibility of researcher to studied organization, because this study is conducted during our pandemic COVID-19. During the unprecedented situation. So the data collection has been delayed because all local government is subjected to the movement control orders. So it delayed the data collection from the respondents. And we have to use online platform to reach our person in charge as well as the respondent to get the data from the respondents. The next limitation is generalizability, which is the scope of the study is only restricted to the city council, which may not have comparable norms, traits, cultures, and customer service practices. So it is not presenting all local government in Malaysia, because every local government could have different job in context of their, as well as they have different locality, races, and religion. And the next limitation is only restricted to only 3 factors. We might overlook other factors as study only focus on 3 aspects. Because results shown training and development, performance management and career opportunities only contributed around 57.1% to employee performance. So it still have 42.9%, which may contribute from the organizational policy and organizational culture, which is unrelated to the career development. Such as, for example, declining of employee performance might also from the results of organizational policy, such as seniority based in promotion practice. Hence, we have go to our conclusion. The study is focused on factors in career development that can influence employees' performance. So the results has indicated that all 3 variables, which is training and development, performance management, and career opportunities, have significantly influenced employees' performance. The research findings also highlighted that training and development as the dominant factors under career development which influence to employee performance. And next, in response to our HA1, HA2, and HA3, there is a positive and significant relationship between training and development, performance management, as well as career opportunities with employee performance. Hence, in conclusion, career development is an essential human resource practice for an organizational or in local authority because it will directly impact employee performance, which later affect the performance of service delivery to the public. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.